All right, we're going to, I would say, do a little bit of an unboxing, but of course you can see the boxes here. I've taken it out of the box. It's just cardboard. What we're going to look at today is a pickup that I made through Contractor Supply. They seem to be about the best price on what I was buying, so I went ahead and went through Contractor Supply, and getting so hot out here, I'm about to melt. It is a grade rod. I chose the tenths, but the thing about it is, if you'll look at it, it shows the tenths on that side and your inches on the other. You can hook it up either way. It goes up. It is very nice. It's aluminum. I chose aluminum over fiberglass. Now some of these contractors out here may tell me, say, hey Gary, you chose the wrong one because that thing get hot on your hands or whatever. But I'll say this, as far as choosing aluminum, the reason I chose is for the lasting durability of it, because as you know, on a fiberglass ladder, after a certain length of time, man, that thing's gonna get to where your hand's gonna get eat up by it. So I've handled enough fiberglass ladders. I didn't want one. I did choose aluminum, and I chose this one right here was a Topcon. It was a good price, so I chose it. Next thing I'll get out. It's kind of big, but this is the let me slide it on. Let's slide this little makeshift table back. And we'll talk about this. This right here is a Spectra Precision. The reason I went with it, I'm going to go ahead and say it again. It's aluminum. That's, you know, one of my things. It was aluminum. I think it can handle a lot, and it can handle a lot of abuse. Can it handle more than fiberglass? I don't know. Never had a fiberglass one. The main reason I had chose this one is because of the adjustability. Not only can I go up with the legs, I can also go up real precisely by turning the crank on this thing, and it takes it up, and it shows me a graph or a chart of moving it up. You can go even more precise and lock it down to where you want it. You could actually put a plumb bob on this thing at the bottom, hang it over, and let it hang down and be at a precise spot. That is why I did it, because if I go and leave today and take this with me, then I can go back out. And I knew yesterday, and this, some contractors out there going to say, hey, that ain't the way you do it at all. But that's the way I have deemed in my little head that it would be done. So what I do, hang a plumb bob. I've got a mark in the ground. I got me a stake with a pin on it or a nail on it. I put it right back on top of it. I knew that I was at 5 foot 4 tenths. I can set my grade stick. I can set that thing up and put my monitor on it, my receiver on it, and I can go to that precise spot. And then when I do, I can move it until I hit it. And when I hit it, I can lock it down, and I know, hey, you're exactly where you were at the day before. May not work. Some contractor may say, hey, I can tell you how it ain't gonna work. If you will, put it in the comments. Tell me how it won't work. But I believe that would work. So that's why I chose this particular one. It does have a bubble in the back for leveling. Of course, the unit that I chose, the laser that I chose, it levels itself. You say, well, why in the world? Well, I want to get it close. I want to get it close so there's not so much on the other. All right, very heavy duty. The legs come out. Very nice. They just come up and they come out. You can stop. There's also a tension on it where you can tension it. But there it goes. It may not have a tension, it just felt like it did. Dealing with photography all these years, sometimes some of them have a tension like that. It may not. I'll have to check into that further. But at the same time, that is so easy. So I'll take it out. I'm going to set this over here. I'm going to pull this table back up. Then we're going to look at the laser level itself. This is the the Spectra GL622N. take and open it up, one of the reasons I picked this particular kit, which was a -14, I think that's the kit number, was because of the adaptability. We're going to take a look. This is the CR700, which is one of theirs. It's just part of the kit that came. So I'll show you why I like this one. If I can, there we go. If I go and take my grade stake, I can put it on my grade stake. Now I can go out there and I can set my grade wherever I want to, find out what my grade is. Then I can go out there later and shoot it and let it manually get my slope. So that's one reason I picked it. Another reason that I like this receiver, I can take this one off. Man, the heat's on and the bugs are out. Now it's magnetic, and this thing can go on the side. This CR600, 700 can go on the side of your excavator or dozer or whatever it be, and you can look at the grade. It has a nice big window to receive that red line to let you know what it's doing. That is the main reason I picked this kit. This is one of the main reasons, one of them. Then we'll go and look. Some of the manufacturers have now went to where you'll use your phone on it. So they have you using your phone instead of a receiver that comes to where that you can have a remote for your laser. This one came this way. I would not have minded if it would have been my phone. I would prefer it not. I kind of like this. Somebody says, well, you'll lose it. And you won't lose your phone. Man, I've lost my phone about as much as you can ever imagine. Just find it all the time. But on this one, I like it. And the simple reason is you can change it from wherever you're at in, say, the excavator or dozer. You can change your slope or change whatever you need to do. You can change it from here. I do like that. Now we're going to go and talk about the laser real quick. We're not going to take all day. It is hot out here. I got the sun beating down. Didn't pick a time that it was in the shade. This is, like I say, the 622 dual grade laser. And the reason why I picked this one, you say, well, you don't do this for a living. No, I don't do this for a living. But the thing about it was, I've got a couple of jobs that I'm going to need to use this, and we'll see in later videos. I'll show you the jobs. We'll go through them. But I'm going to try to drain some gutters off of a house. The thing about it is it's causing a water problem. You think if you get gutters, you can get it far enough out that it won't be that way. That's not always true. You still have drainage problems. You've got to get that thing into a drain and take it away some considerable footage before you can get it totally drained away from a house. So what I've got on this one, and the reason I picked this one, and I've got it kind of turned wrong. It doesn't matter. I've got it turned wrong, but it would be facing this way. But it's got an X and a Y axis, and it's a dual grade laser. So what I'm looking at is I'm looking at the job, just like you're looking at me. I'm going to set it at the corner of the house. I can pull all the drains, all the gutters that come along the top side of a house. And if I need to put a drain along the top side of a house, I can put it and it'll give me a fall this way. I also want to measure my fall behind the house or in front of the house, whichever one it might be. And I want to follow it down because we're going to take all of them and put them in a continuous drain around the house so I can drain it both ways, and I only had to set the laser up one time. That is the reason that I chose this laser. Number two reason I chose the 622, it has nothing to do with anything else other than the fact that this laser right here will also go up to a 25% slope. That's a huge slope. But the thing about it is, where we're draining to is pretty doggone good. It's a pretty good fall. So I probably got 4 or 5 foot of fall. So I want to make sure that I have the right fall and not too much fall, but I want to have the right fall going on it, and I want to set it up. And this thing has also an automatic way, or the way that the laser can take, and you can go out there, and I'll show this later, and make it go to where it's searching for your stick. So it tells you what the grade is. So at that point in time, you can take that grade and you can just stay on that grade, and it'll fall with the fall of the land. And it will daylight out. You can choose where it will daylight out. So that is another reason I chose this laser. Then the third thing I chose this laser for is because of the distance. Of course, it says 2,600 feet. Well, a good 2,000, 3,000, you know, whatever, would have been fine. I'm sure that, you know, you could always want more, but 2,600 feet is a pretty good distance. And it's a pretty good distance for a laser like this to have. So, like I say, that's why I chose it. Those are the reasons. And then, of course, it does have a charger. And it also has a place here within the case for you to put batteries for both your receiver, your remote, and it also has a place to put batteries for your unit itself in case you need a backup. If you've been using this thing and say, oops, I forgot to charge it yesterday afternoon, then at that point in time, that's where you'll need your batteries. So it has some backup batteries, a backup plan as I call it, which I really like. And that's why I chose this laser. That's maybe something that somebody else says, hey, I like the laser, I don't need the other stuff. At Contractor Tools, you can look in there. They have several different things. You can buy the laser by itself. You can buy each piece separately. The CR700, you can buy it separately. You can buy just about whatever you'd like. Take them and look them up. The reason I chose Contractor Tools, they seem like they had the best price. That was my main thing. A lot of people out there sell these units. A lot of local people sell these units. But when I got to looking, they were the cheapest in price, or the best value, really, in price that there was. So I always try to go value. You know, everybody's looking to save a few dollars or a few hundred. So if you're looking for something like that, Contractor Tools may be your place to look. Give them a try. I am not sponsored by them. Don't plan. I mean, they have never said anything about me sponsoring. I just thought I would do it because this is what I chose, and thought I would do a video on it. And so I hope you appreciate it. I hope you'll like and subscribe to the video. If you like this kind of content, we're going to keep going. I keep doing content that arises here every day on the farm. There's a lot that arises, and keeping up a place is a big task. So if you want to keep following along, follow along, and we'll keep doing videos like this and others. Thanks.